I have seen Egypt prosper for 4 decades now, as we have been laying the foundation of peace with other dynasties, filling our coffers with all sorts of treasures, and leading an honest life. Now as I lay on my deathbed, I pray to Lord Amun to support Egypt in its grimmest of times. Long live Egypt! Tahir Masjid!
One eternity later.
Raid the temples! Destroy everything! There shall be no sign of Lord Amun. Smash all his images, burn him, and call me Akhenaten. Raise the flag of Lord Aten.
Akhenaten went a bit wacky. The citizens of Egypt had lost all hope to lead a struggle-free life again. But then came a civic-minded pharaoh, who was the last ray of hope for Egypt.
Tahiyya Misr.
Tahya Tutankhatin, Tahya Tutankhatin.
By now, my name will be Tutankhamun.
Tahya Tutankhamun, Tahya Tutankhamun.
I will bring back peace to my Egypt. I will bring back everything my father destroyed. Every single thing.
Brings back everything his father destroyed. Oversaw restoration of the old ways. He moved his father's remains to the Valley of the Kings, as well as moving the capital from Akhenaten to Old Thebes. But then he died unexpectedly, leaving behind many mysterious reasons for his sudden death. 5th January 2005, 6 p.m. This was the date and time when the mummy of King Tut went under a CT scanner in the hope that advanced medical science could throw some light on the mystery that shrouded the pharaoh Tutankhamun, or King Tut as he is well known. What had happened over 3,300 years ago to the teenage ruler? Was he really murdered brutally for some unknown reason, and why? This was something that was on everyone's mind as they watched the gilded face of the mummy in awe and in apprehension. Is it true that the curse of King Tut would come to life now that they had disturbed him from his place of eternal rest?
Hey, you stupid mortals! How dare you exploit the sacred tomb of King Tut? You all idiots will have to pay for this. I will curse you all.
The tomb of King Tutankhamun became famous overnight, drawing thousands of tourists to Egypt. The most striking feature of King Tut is his huge gilded face mask. A belief rose up that a curse shall fall upon those who try to disturb the pharaoh from his coffin.
The mummy is in a very bad condition because of what Carter did in the 1920s.
Howard Carter, a British archaeologist, discovered Tut's tomb in 1922. Carter describes that he encountered the richest royal collection he had ever seen. The mummy of King Tut was decorated with ornaments made of pure solid gold, studded with precious gems. Carter also said that he observed everyday things of a human, starting from board games to cases of food and wine, which meant that the ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife. What was the course of action you followed while discovering King Tut's mummy?
Since the ritual resins had hardened, cementing Tut to the bottom of the coffin, I first set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine to loosen the resins.
That's interesting. Did your strategy work?
No. The consolidated material had to be chiseled away from beneath the limbs and the trunk in order to raise the remains of King.
Couldn't you avoid tampering with the remains?
Well, I didn't have much choice, If I hadn't cut the mummy free, those thieves would have just circumvented the guards and ripped the mummy apart to remove all the gold they could find.
How did you separate Tut from his gold adornments?
My men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint.
What did they do with the rest of the remains?
They reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with padding that now concealed the damage. Oh yeah, you can say that the wooden box now serves as the bed where King Tut rests now.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Carter. It was a pleasure talking to you. The following is an imaginary discourse between King Tut and Howard Carter. King Tut is enraged at being disturbed from his sleep. He turns his anger onto the archaeologist and questions him why his remains had been meddled with.
Show me that ignorant fool who dishonored me!
But who the hell are you, laden up on gold?
I am the great king, Tutankhamun. You must be knowing me.
Oh, my majesty, accept my heartiest gratitude.
Who are you?
I am Howard Carter, the British archaeologist who discovered your tomb.
So you are the stupid archaeologist who tampered my body?
Please accept my apologies, my majesty. I had to do it so as to preserve your remains.
Huh? My remains? Your witless actions made me lose my breastbone and my front ribs.
Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries of death.
Mr. Hawass, aren't you exhausted visiting King Tut's tomb again and again?
Nah, I love King Tut. Today we are going to reveal one of the most age-old questions. How did King Tut die? We are going to take Tut into a CT scanner and unfurl the mystery.
Who the hell are you? Where are you taking me? Do you have any idea who I am? I am the mightiest of all the pharaohs, King Tut. And I shall summon the wind god to destroy all of humanity because you angered me.
अच्छा खुला नहीं छोड़ने का मैं भाग गया तो मार हाँ ठीक है हाँ। ये क्या साला खिड़की तो खुला ही रख के गया रे क्या गुंडा बनेगा रे तू
How is this possible? Oh Majesty, I bow in front of the mightiest king. Actually, you're so famous. We wanted to know the cause of your untimely death. So, can we proceed to take you into the Turing Tut CT scanner?
Wait, what? I could have told you in person how I died, but how can I deny my revival in the Turing Tooth scanner? I can get healed and rule Egypt, rule the entire world of humanity, and I shall gather all the riches. Excuse me.
Now they go into the CT scanner happily together.